Hello guys, welcome back to my first YouTube video and my first episode of my series creating basically just like a really cool executor, So we're gonna go straight into it. Oh, I opened the wrong thing. So first you got to make sure you have Visual Studio 2022, obviously. So that's what you're going to need to make it. This is my testing for everything. And I'm going to create a new project. And we are going to create a WPF app.NET framework. We're going to create it using that. And then we're going to create it. This is inside my tutorials file. We're just going to call this Pickle Series. And we're just going to create. Whilst that loads, you're going to join the Discord server in the description, verify and everything. And then we need to download video1.zip, which I have right here. Oops. I'm going to extract it. I'm going to open it. And this is what we're going to do for the first video. We're going to start the key system, and we're going to do a bit of the UI. So at the moment, we don't actually need that at the moment. So these are the only things we need. So first, I think we're going to start on the actual front end part of it. We're going to call this tutorial series, and then we're going to go, you press enter, and then you set window style to none, Windows startup location to center screen, resize mode, no resize, and then here we're going to delete this part, and we're going to do a border instead. We're going to corner radius. I'm going to set it to 8 for this tutorial. We're going to set this to 400 and 750. Oh, can't remember one thing. Background, transparent, and allow transparency is equal to true. We're going to do this color. And we are going to, first we're going to size it down a bit. We're going to make it 200 to 400. This is going to be the size of our key system. And very first, I'm going to go button, content, follow what I do very closely for this step. So first we're going to search up Sego and build to assets. Find this website. I might put it in the description. And you just copy this right here. And then you put that there. And then you need to set the font family to Sego and build to assets. foreground is equal to white. Background is equal to transparent. Height is equal to 35 and width is equal to 35. For the margin, we're going to do just something testing. So we'll set that to 100. Nope, it's not that. It's this one. So I'm going to set that to 120, 140. Yes, 140. And then we're going to set this to 100. Nope. 250. Nope. 300. Nope. 350. Yeah. So it's going to be like that. And we're going to also set the border thickness to 0. And then we're going to go back here. We're going to press Control F and just search up close. I'm going to find E8BB, which is the one I'm going to be using for this one. I'm going to move this up a bit to 150. Yep, that's perfect. Now I'm just going to copy the exact same thing. And this time I'll set it to 300. Oop, I've got something wrong. We're going to make a grid, and we're going to call this main. It doesn't need a name, actually. I'm just going to make it a simple grid. And then we're going to also add another grid. And this is going to be called key system. And then we're just going to paste that in there. I'm going to set this to 290 instead. And now we're going to find minimize. Which is E921. We're going to put it in like that. Actually, I'm going to add in one more thing to both. I'm going to set font size to 15. There we go, it looks a bit better. I will be releasing the whole code at the end of like the series, so you can help yourself to it. Okay, now we're going to add a text box. We're going to set the name to key text box. We're going to set the height to, let's say, 45. The width to 300. I'm just going to exit that. And I'm going to move this up a tiny bit. So margin 0, 10, 0, 0. Nope. The other side. I'm going to set it to 25 actually. 30. There we go. I'm also going to sneak something in here. I'm going to set grid and then a height to 1. And then width to 285. And because that's right there, if we make the background of this transparent, and the border thickness 0, background white. And now if we add a text here, key 123, oop. So we're going to set foreground to white, vertical content alignment to center, and then we're going to do the same thing to horizontal, so horizontal content alignment to center. And we're going to set font family to Sego UI semi-bold. I'm going to set the font size up a tiny bit. It's like 14. Yep, 14 is good. So we're going to delete the text now. And we've got those. So now we're just going to add the login button. So we're just going to name it login button. We're going to add a background. It's going to be white. Foreground is equal to the color of the background, so it'll be like that. Like that. Font family, Sego UI semi-bold. Font size, I'll set to 10. No, 17. And I'll set the content to login. Oh, I forgot to set the height and the width. So we're going to set the height to 50. No, let's set it to 40. Width, I think I'm going to do the same thing as 300. I'm going to set the margin to 0, 50, 0, 0. Nope, we're going to set it to 0, 70. I'm actually going to set that to 250. And set that to 75. Maybe 80. So now we've started on the UI. What we're going to do is we're going to add a new folder. And we're going to call it classes. And then we're going to add a new class. We're going to call it animations. And then we're going to do another one in a second. And we're going to call it login. And then add another class called login. So we have two. And then we're going to go here. And we're going to first get the login code. So login.cs inside of here. I'm going to take all this, and just paste that all in. And then we're going to set the namespace to, because it's pickle series, it's going to be pickle series.classes. And we're also going to add a new reference. So this time, instead of adding like a browse, we're going to go to assemblies, and we're going to search up system.memory. And we're going to use that one. And then we're going to do system.text.json. And we're going to use that one. And then we're going to press OK. And it already fixed some of our errors. Oh, one last one. We need system.management. That should be all of our errors fixed. And we'll come back to this railway link here and we'll input it later. Right now, we're going to start on the animations. So we're going to go back to Executor UI, animations.cs. And we're going to do the same thing. And then also change the namespace to pickleseries.classes. And we've got the animations here. So we're going to do some simple things at the moment. We're going to add a click function to the minimize. I'm going to go here, and it's going to go this.windowState equals windowState.minimized. And then we're going to add a new one here too. We're going to add a new one. And this is literally just going to be, for the moment, it's just going to be closed. We will edit it for the to add the animations to the close too. And for click on here, we will also add a new one. But we're going to leave that for now. And on the border, we're going to add a mouse down function. So mouse down, new event handler. So we'll have main border mouse down, and it will be if e dot left button is equals mouse button state dot pressed, then it will be drag move, and it's really simple. It's just like that. And then we're going to also start on the animations too. And on the border also, we're going to add a new function called border loaded. So we'll add a loaded function. And we'll just set, at the moment, we'll do key system dot opacity is equal to 0. We'll do await task dot delay. I'm going to set that to void. Await task dot delay. And then we're just going to do 200. Oh, we're also going to do main border dot height is equal to 0. Main border dot width is equal to 0. And then here we're going to do classes dot animations dot resize, and we're going to input main border, and we're also going to do 200 comma 400. I think it was that. Let me go check. Yep, we've set it to 200 comma 400, so it'll be like that. And then we're going to add another await task dot delay, and this time it'll be 450. And then we'll do classes dot animations dot fade, and we'll do key system. So now if we start this, it will do something really cool. It will fade in and everything. I'm trying to fix this at the moment. I'll teach you how to change the placeholder to, and it fully works and everything. Got it perfectly fine. Just these backgrounds we'll have to change. And now we're going to actually work on the actual key system. This is one of the easier parts. So we're going to go open railway.com and neon.tech and GitHub. So for this one, you could do whatever you want. I'm going to make it so I have a webhook connected to mine. So I'll use the webhook version. Then I'll go to GitHub. I'll make a new repository. I'm going to call this key123. And make sure to set this to private so no one can steal your stuff. I'm going to create the repository. I'm going to upload an existing file. And I'm going to take the webhook files. And I'm just going to drag them in. At the moment, we're not going to do anything. We're going to take all of our stuff. So we also need to open discord.com/developer/applications. So we're going to find this. I'm going to make a new one. And for this, we're just going to call it keybot. We're going to take the application ID because we need that. Okay, so we're going to put the application ID there. We're going to go here. I'm going to go to bot. I'm going to reset its token. can't seem to do this. Don't know what's wrong. Let's try something else first. So first we'll make, nope, not join. We'll make a new server. Just make it like a simple server. We're going to get two things from this. We're going to get the server ID. If you don't know how to, then ask in the Discord if it's not showing up. So we'll add that into guild ID. And with admin user ID, we're going to just type something, just Q. I'm going to right click and copy user ID. Or not, we're going to get three things from this. I'm going to log out on my neon.tech. I recommend you continuing with GitHub. But it doesn't matter. And I also recommend you getting the closest one to you. For me, that's London. I'm going to call this also key123. And I'm going to create project. And I'm going to connect. And I'm going to show password and copy snippet. So now I'm going to go back here. I'm going to put the database in there. And we're also going to add a webhook. We're going to make a new channel. We're just going to call this logs. I don't know what's wrong with my internet right now. It added two, but it's fine. We'll just edit channel, integrations, create webhook. Just going to copy the webhook URL. You can customize it how you want, but I'm just going to leave it normal. And now, I'm going to deploy a new project also, but I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Got some sort of problem and I can't reset the token to the thingy. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to log into this guy. I'm going to go to the applications thing again. And we're going to make this called key123. And we're going to replace the application ID. And then we're also going to go to bot, reset token, yes. We're going to get the token. We're also going to go to OAuth 2. I'm going to select bot. I'm going to go to administrator. I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to quickly log back into the other account. I don't seem to have a backup code on me right now. Let me get one really quickly. Okay, I have gotten the backup key and I've gotten back in. So now I'm going to continue. I'm going to, because I've put everything in now, I'm going to save it. And I'm going to get the Auth 2 link, which I copied. Oh, flip. Oh, no. Oh, no. I've misclicked, haven't I? I need to go back to GitHub. Paste literally everything back in. Nope, that is not how you spell GitHub. Okay, now I've got that. We're going to commit, obviously. Okay, it's been added to the server. And we've saved this and everything. We've got everything. So now, what we have to do is we have to go to Railway. We have to add key 123. Just got to, wait for it to load and everything. It's building. We just got to wait until it says it's active. So most likely we have to wait for the deploy logs. So just wait for this to finish. Unusually slow. It is the first time setting up, so that might be why. It should deploy soon, but I don't know. Okay, now it's deploying. There we go. So it should finish. Starting container. So everything's starting up. Oh, we've got an error. Seems to be saying it's unauthorized. Oh, I found the error. I accidentally added a Z in front of it. I'm so silly. This should take less time, because obviously we've already built it. It's taken all the dependencies. Yep. Yep, it's up. Everything's done. So now we can go here. It's got all the logs and everything. And first, I'm just going to generate a key. I'm just going to make it lifetime. Okay, so we've got, it gives you a reg key. And then you do, anyone can do this. Only one person can generate the registration key though. And then you register the key. It sends it to your DMs. And you've got the key. But there's one other thing we have to do. On deployments and everything, we've got to go to settings. We've got to know networking. And then we've got to generate a domain. I'm going to copy it. And then we're going to go back to login.cs. If you remember this part. And we're just going to do HTTPS / there we go. And then here we're going to do, inside a main window, we're going to go classes dot login dot initialize UUID. I can't seem to remember how to do the other things, so I'll come back to in a minute. Okay, we're going to make a little improvements on some stuff. So first, we're going to go string, use a key. I seem to remember now. And it's going to be key text box dot text dot trim. I'm going to go if user key is equal to null, then message box dot show key cannot be empty. And then we're going to go return. And we're going to go we're going to go if string dot is null or empty user key. I'm going to add another bracket. And then we're going to do string login result is equal to await. I don't like when it does that. We're going to go await classes dot login with UUID user key. If login result doesn't equal to null, message box dot show login successful. And we're going to do classes dot animations dot fade out key system. And we're going to do classes dot animations. Oh, I'm going to make a little await task dot delay here. Await task dot delay. We'll add like a 450 second wait again. And we'll do main border, 400, 750. That's going to be the size of our normal executor. So I'm going to have to go here. I'm actually going to set that to 400 and 750. Then I'm going to set main border height to 200, width to 400. So it's still the same, and it will do it properly. So hopefully this will work. Okay, it all starts up properly. And now we're going to find our key. I have it right here, already copied. And I'm going to log in with the key. Error during login. An error occurred while sending the request. So we're going to go to deployments. Going to see what error. It's an error sending the request. So this is the error here. Something to do with our domain. This is not very cool. I may have not done it right. That's why. Okay, now we can try it. I'm gonna get the key again. Login successful. It's gonna do that. And that is done with the tutorial for now, so I'll come back to you for the next one.